Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Feed Me Friday. I don't know if you can hear it, but I got another cold. I feel like I was at a buffet and I just wanted to sample all the colds this year, to see which one I like best. So, so far this one has not been as bad as the other ones. And, that's okay. So, how's everybody doing? How's everyone's New Year's resolutions going, if you had any? Mine has been pretty interesting. My husband had signed me and him up for some table tennis coaching, and that was going well. When I say was, it's going really well. I learned some things, man, like just blew my mind. The coaches, he's like the state champion, so he's pretty smart. He's got it together. He knows his stuff. And some of the things that I've been learning from him, I could never have imagined that's how that worked. So here's something though, and I'll share this because you guys don't need to know how to play table tennis unless you're truly interested. And then I will tell you what he told me. But anyway, this was what was interesting to me. So I think I've probably said before that I was an introvert. And I say was past tense because I had decided last year that I'm going to drop that title of introvert. I'm not going to hang on to it anymore. No one ever believes me anyway when I tell them, because they see me being cheerful and friendly and et cetera, et cetera. So they assume because I'm cheerful and friendly that I don't struggle with being shy. And it's like, well, they don't realize it. I have to force myself to talk to people, especially people I don't know. But the thing is, what's interesting, there's that saying, fake it till you make it, right? And I thought, well, if I've got everybody else tricked into thinking that I'm not an introvert, maybe it's time to drop that title of introvert, because I actually never liked being an introvert. Some people wear it as a badge these days, where it's like, oh, I'm an introvert, and they'll kind of use it as an excuse not to try to interact with others. Now, I never wanted to be that way. And to me, that's what I think an introvert really is. It's like, I think everyone might have some of those tendencies, but you don't want them. You don't want to be like that. You want to be the person who can easily converse with other people. And that was, when I was young, man, that was what I wanted to be. I didn't want to have any problems like trying to talk to people and stuff. So anyway, dang it. I gotta wash my hands. I'll be right back. So anyway, the other night as we're getting our coaching, he's walking around and he's like watching us. And I was like, oh no. He's going to see me making mistakes and he's going to be like, he's watching me and oh no. And I was just like having that moment of panic because, when someone's shy or they're an introvert, you don't want to be on display. You don't want people to notice you, and especially you don't want them to notice your faults. So anyway, I'm like, wait a second. That's why I'm here. I'm here for him to see the mistakes that I'm making so that we can correct them. And I'm like, after that, it's like, it's no big deal now. I don't care. But there was also a moment where I couldn't make it through the whole session. I just started losing my strength. They'll see me kicking my butt. But I asked him, I said, in watching me play tonight, I said, do you have any advice? Something that you see that I'm doing wrong that I need to try to work on. I said, do you have any advice that you can give me? Now, this is also something that I would have never asked in the past because I don't know. Why is that? Why would I not want to get better and therefore have someone point out to me where I was making a mistake? So it's one of the things I've been praying for over the last year or so, asking God to help me be teachable in all areas. I don't want to have the mentality of I know everything. There are some things that I'm very solid in that I feel like I have a good understanding of, but even so, I don't want to be so closed-minded that I can't hear someone else's opinion. It's like, no, present your best case. Let me hear it. I thought even with this diet, I don't really have anyone telling me that I'm doing it wrong. Every once in a while there'd be like the odd comment on Facebook where they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have that," and I'm like, "Well, tell me why." And then they'll tell me their reasons, and I'm like, "Well, okay, that's a pretty good reason. However, I don't think that applies to me." So, anyway, just some new things that I'm very, very thankful for. I praise God for these things because I know they came about through Him. So I would never have been able to say these kinds of things in the past. But anyway, that's that. I'm going to go get coffee and I'll be right back. This is coffee I got in a variety pack. It's Entenmann's Cinnamon Crumb Cake Coffee. I feel like I have to say this every once in a while over again. There's no sweeteners in the coffees that I get. I can tell. I did get one once that had a sweetener in it, and I'm like, who does that? And they don't even label it as having a sweetener. But yeah, no, my coffees don't have sweeteners in it. There's a tablespoon of butter, about a little more than a tablespoon and a half of heavy cream, a few dashes of salt, and a scoop of collagen. So, anyway, other things to say here. I want to give a shout out to my friends Erin and Elizabeth Kilby over at the Kilby Life. If you haven't subscribed to them yet, go check them out. Erin is in the middle of a BBB and E challenge, which is beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for anyone who doesn't know, which I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't know about that at this point because it is hugely popular. So he's lost like 12 pounds. Good gravy, Erin. Good job. My dear friend Elizabeth, she has been posting some really great content. She has a video where she's talking about her struggles with weight loss and how it's interesting the way she came at it because she changed her diet not to lose weight. She changed it to see if she could narrow down some skin issues that she was having. So if you're not subscribed already, don't hesitate. Go over and subscribe to my friends. One last thing I want to talk about real quick. This is on a sadder note. My cousin passed away last night. Now, he and I weren't close, but I am close to his mom. And, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail just because it's tough situation. But here's what I do want to say. I was thinking about the struggles that he had, and the illness that he had was brought on by his life choices. So the thing is, I was thinking about, for so many of us, our illnesses are brought on by life choices. And I'm like, how in the world could any of us judge someone else who is sick and dying from the choices that they made earlier in life when they thought they were invincible and they thought these choices weren't going to make any difference? And I think about some people where it's like, if you knew that this is where you were going to end up, would you have done this all these years? And I feel like even if they knew, even if they had the information, it would still be denial because it's like, well, that's not going to happen to me. I can avoid that. And it's like, no. This is one of the reasons why I think it's very good to submit your, let's see. This is why I think it's really good to talk to the Lord and bring him in to how you eat. He should be a part of every area of your life. He should be at the center of your life. But if you're not bringing him in to how you're eating and you're just flying by the seat of your pants, just trying to figure it out yourself, you're going to have problems. Why not go to the one who created you to find out how you should be eating? He would know. He's the one who made you. So, anyway. I think that's about all I had to say. If you're Christians, I would ask for prayers for my aunt's family because I know this is a very difficult time for them. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what they're going through. I mean, I lost my dad, but to lose your son, oh my word, it's hard stuff. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go eat, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, I'm going to have company today. I keep forgetting. Hopefully that'll work out. But that's it for now. I am pretty sure I'm not going to be able to say a whole lot before someone comes in and tries to photobomb. So let me get it out quick while I can. Ah, there she is. That was not a good idea. Don't rush. All right, so lunch is, this is a mix, the sugar cookie, rum, coffee. Oh my goodness, am I going to get that right? I mixed it with another coffee though, because the sugar cookie rum is too strong. I'm a lightweight, that's just me. All the same stuff as this morning, and this is meatballs. I love meatballs. I wanted to tell you guys something though that I thought was pretty funny. Well, let's say funny, not funny. All right. So last week I got myself a 13-pound brisket. I ground it up. I made, what did I make? We used it to make a couple things. And the very first day as I'm cooking it, I was making burgers. And I noticed not only did it smell like a barnyard, it also tasted like a barnyard. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't eat that. My mom was saying she could smell it too, and she refused to eat it. She's like, I can't do it. And I'm like, that's fine. I taste tested it, and I just about want to spit it back out. So, but the kids couldn't smell it. They didn't say, they were like, they couldn't smell anything wrong with it. So anyway, I used it to make taco meat, and I kept tasting the taco meat. I'm like, this is not good. I can taste that, whatever that smell is, I can taste it. So I had my daughter taste test it too, and she said it tastes fine. She's like, it tastes like taco meat. I'm like, huh. So all three of my daughters had it, and they said it tasted fine. They couldn't smell it. They couldn't taste it. Whatever I was talking about. Okay. So I thought, well, maybe it's just hormones. Maybe I'll get over it. So then I made my beef ricotta bake. And it was, again, that smell. And then I took a bite of it. I had to spit it back out again. I'm like, this is terrible. My husband tries it. He's like, this is delicious. I'm like, wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say definitely hormones. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I started grinding my own meat because the ground beef that I get at the store always smells bad, always tastes bad. In that case, it's not just me. My kids think so too. So that's not just a hormonal issue. So the thing is though, yesterday I ended up getting a chuck roast and I got some strip steak, and I ground those together, and I made myself some meatballs and I made some burgers. There was no bad smell to them, no bad taste. They taste perfect. And I'm like, well, that's a relief. And I'm also glad that no one else in the house thinks, apart from me and my mom, everyone else thinks the other meat tastes fine and smells fine. And I'm like, okay, good. And no one got sick. So it's not like the meat was bad, but that's the thing. It didn't smell like bad meat. You know what bad ground beef smells like. This was not the same thing. So, hormones. It's a lot of fun. Here's the thing. I'm going through perimenopause right now, and my mom is postmenopausal. So I'm going to say, yeah, we have to put in hormones. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go eat. The carnivore in her wild habitat. Get out of here. That wasn't a carnivore. Anyway, how's it looking?
Delicious. You should try it.
Yes, I think I will. It's
flat iron steak.
Yeah, flat iron steak. I'm going to have a few pieces. Dinner is the last of some chicken curry that I have, that I ordered out the other day. And this is Christopher Bean. Let me see. Caramel pecan brownie coffee. It's decaf version. Get out of here. I don't often talk about it, but I just want to let you guys know all the rest of the day I'm drinking water. So it's like I have my coffee and my water, and that's it. Occasionally I'll have like a hot chocolate element, but not too often. So anyway, that's it. Last item of the day is some raspberry chocolate element as a hot chocolate. And I put a little bit of cream in there. Funny, not funny. The past couple times I've had it, I had to add some salt, which was weird. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Weird stuff. Also really hoping I can have it tonight. Funny story real quick. the other day I had just gotten home from table tennis practice, and my daughter wanted to play a jump scare game with me, where it's like she's got this little animal where it's got its mouth open and they've got like rows of teeth, and you press a tooth, and eventually you're going to press a tooth and the mouth is going to snap closed. So here I'm sitting there holding my element in my lap, and I'm playing this game with her, and I jerked my hand and flung my element all over the wall, down the side of my chair. I'll put a picture up real quick of what happened. Oh my goodness. And I got it on myself, but thankfully that was such a weird thing, because I was going to actually put my element in the microwave and heat it up for another 30 seconds. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been burnt. One last thing real quick, and then I'll sign off. This was a really good day. I had energy to get everything done that I set out to do. Plus, I was able to pick back up push-ups and squats. I didn't do a whole lot, but then I also got to practice table tennis tonight, and I got to do dancing. So all around, it was fabulous having all the energy to do everything I need to do, and just praising God for that. So this video is brought to you by my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, who has everything you need every single day and nothing that you don't. Bye-bye.